In this video, we'll improve our English through stories. Practicing as much as you can is the best way to improve your pronunciation and sound more like a native speaker. If you're new here, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel for upcoming chapters and videos. Thank you, and let's get started with our story, Battle for the Haven. Listen and repeat after each line. Chapter 2, Illusum Valoria Continent, a land where power dictates survival and destiny. Stretching trillions of light years away in a universe governed by entirely different laws of nature, this place is home to both humans and magical beasts, each striving to ascend through ancient methods of cultivation, absorbing the raw power of chi directly into their bodies. Cultivators on Illusum Valoria practice the absorption of chi method, a technique as old as the world itself. The chi they gather colors their internal energy differently, depending on their bloodlines and unique attributes. And there are 10 levels of cultivation, each representing a different stage of mastery. 1. Chi Disciple. 2. Du Warrior. 3. Du King, for King of Fighters. 5. Emperor. 6. Void Emperor. 7. Celestial King. 8. Immortal Emperor. 9. Sane Emperor. 10. Overlord Emperor. On this continent, survival is a ruthless game of power. Everyone is focused on becoming stronger, seizing precious resources, and searching for the legendary heaven and earth, treasures that can accelerate their cultivation. Greed drives the constant wars, raids, and destruction as factions vie for dominance. Blood flows freely in the quest for supremacy. The air on Illusum Valoria hums with tension, laden with the weight of ancient legacies. It is a continent where only the strongest thrive, and the weak are mere dust in the wind, scattered by the might of those at the top. The upper clans, dominant and regal, rule with iron fists over vast territories. Their names are whispered in reverence or fear, as they control techniques passed down through the ages and possess bloodlines blessed by the very heavens. But even above these ruling clans, the super clans stand unchallenged. They are the lords of entire regions, their influence reaching to the farthest corners of the continent. Their control over powerful ancient arts and unimaginable resources is absolute. The land itself seems to bend to their will, as if even nature cannot defy them. They guard artifacts and techniques capable of shaking the very foundations of the world. Yet, beneath the surface, whispers of hidden forces grow louder. Hidden dragons and black horses move in the shadows, waiting to strike. They blend into the everyday, unseen and unnoticed, biding their time. These forces are mysterious and uncharted, like the calm before a storm, with the potential to overthrow the long-standing balance of power. In the far south of Elysium Valoria lies the great magical forest, a terrifying and mysterious place. Its towering trees are said to be as old as the continent itself, their roots drawing from ancient wells of raw magic. The deeper one ventures, the more twisted reality becomes. Creatures of untold strength and ferocity dwell here, their very existence a testament to the forest's primal power. The core of this forest is a place of legends, an area where time, space, and life itself bend and warp. Many brave souls have entered its heart, lured by tales of treasures and ancient secrets, but none have ever returned. The core is rumored to hide an unknown power, a force so potent it could rewrite the very fate of the world. But it is said to be guarded by unimaginable dangers, where even the strongest warriors and cultivators meet their demise. The forest lives and breathes, its secrets buried deep within its roots, a place where glory and ruin are separated by the thinnest of margins. Elysium Valoria is a continent constantly in flux, where power shifts like the tides, and ancient mysteries lurk around every corner. The strong rise, the weak fall, and in the shadows, hidden forces grow ever closer to revealing themselves.
Chapter 2 Listen and Repeat. In the southeastern border of the elusive continent, where the rugged landscape met the expansive sky, lay the Lien clan. Their main hall, a modest yet elegant structure crafted from ancient timber, stood as a testament to their storied past. Intricate carvings adorned the walls, telling tales of bravery and legacy, while the flickering torches cast a warm glow that struggled against the encroaching shadows of doubt. At the head of the long, polished table sat Lien Mu, the clan patriarch. His face, usually a mask of calm authority, was marred by a deep furrow of dissatisfaction. The weight of his responsibility pressed heavily upon him, and his piercing gaze swept over the assembled elders, each one reflecting a tapestry of concern and apprehension. Elders, we must address the troubling developments concerning the Husan clan. Lien Mu began, his voice steady but tinged with urgency. What has prompted their unprovoked attacks on our people? The first elder, a seasoned figure with silver-streaked hair and wisdom etched into his features, leaned forward. Patriarch, it appears they are bolstered by support from a larger clan, emboldening their arrogance. After Husan, their patriarch, broke through tonight, King Tyr, their demeanor has changed drastically. A murmur of unease rippled through the hall, the elders exchanging glances that spoke volumes. The flickering flames danced in the shadows, mirroring the growing tension in the room. Lien Mu's expression hardened as he absorbed this news. Their arrogance poses a grave threat to us. If we allow this to continue unchecked, our clan may face dire consequences. An elder with a fierce spirit slammed his hand on the table, causing the polished surface to shudder. We cannot stand by as they trample our people. Our honor is at stake. Raising his hand for silence, Lien Mu's voice cut through the fervor. We must be strategic in our response. Engaging in a reckless confrontation will only invite disaster. We need to gather intelligence on this larger clan and understand their motives. The first elder nodded, a flicker of hope igniting in his eyes. And if we can uncover their weaknesses, perhaps we can leverage them to our advantage. Indeed, Lien Mu agreed, his tone resolute. Our survival depends on unity and cunning. We shall strengthen our defenses and fortify our alliances, but we must do so with wisdom and caution. As the elders contemplated their patriarch's words, a sense of resolve began to weave through the hall, dispelling the shadows of fear. The flickering flames, once a symbol of doubt, now illuminated their path forward, reflecting the indomitable spirit of the Lien clan. Later that evening, after the tense meeting with the elders, Lien Mu returned to his ancestral home. As he stepped through the threshold, the weight of his responsibilities seemed to press down. His gaze swept the room and landed on his wife Lianer, sitting by the window, softly illuminated by the warm glow of a flickering lantern. Her eyes, filled with both love and worry, met his, silently asking if there was any good news. Lien Mu sighed, but before he could speak, a burst of laughter drew his attention. His daughter Lien Cheer dashed across the room, her tiny feet barely making a sound as she ran toward him. She jumped into his arms, her childlike joy filling the space with a fleeting moment of peace. Lien Mu held her close, burying his face in her soft hair. For a moment, all the burdens, all the fears melted away in the simple warmth of his daughter's embrace. As he looked at her innocent face, her wide, bright eyes, he felt the fierce pull of love and the unshakable determination that he would protect her no matter the cost. She was his world, his reason to keep fighting. Lianer stood and walked over, placing a gentle hand on his shoulder. "You've done all you can for now," she said softly, her voice soothing like a balm to his weary soul. Lien Mu nodded, but the fear lingered in his chest. He knew the storm was coming. The Husen clan's ambitions could soon reach their doorstep. And yet, in that small moment, he allowed himself the solace of his family's presence, vowing silently that he would fight until his last breath to ensure they were safe. "No one will harm you," he whispered under his breath, holding his daughter tightly, his voice barely audible as he made a vow to both his wife and
After the weighty meeting with the clan elders, Lianmu trudged through the familiar corridors of their ancestral home, each step echoing with the gravity of the decisions he faced. The walls, adorned with vibrant tapestries depicting tales of heroism and sacrifice, felt heavy with unspoken fears. Today, they seemed less like proud symbols of their heritage and more like reminders of the trials that lay ahead. As he entered the inner sanctum, a wave of warmth enveloped him. His heart lightened at the sight of his 6-year-old daughter, Lian Chier, a radiant vision of innocence and hope. She was a delicate figure, her long hair cascading like golden sunlight, and her ethereal presence made the room feel alive. The moment her eyes met his, her face broke into a brilliant smile that could outshine the stars. "Father," she exclaimed, her voice a sweet symphony that echoed in the quiet room. Without hesitation, she dashed toward him, her small arms wrapping around his waist in a tight embrace, as if she could shield him from the world's troubles with her love. Kneeling down, Lianmu looked into her sparkling eyes, which gleamed like the finest jewels, full of wonder and curiosity. "What have you been up to, my little star?" he asked, his heart swelling with affection. "Father," she asked earnestly, "did someone become more powerful in this region? I overheard the clanmates talking about it." Her innocent inquiry tugged at his heartstrings, the weight of the reality they faced casting a shadow over her bright spirit. He took a deep breath, grappling with the truth. "Yes, my dear," he replied, his voice steady yet tinged with concern. "The Husin clan has grown stronger, and it has made things complicated for us." The unspoken fears lingered in the air, a heavy cloud threatening to rain down despair. Her brow furrowed in thought, but then a fierce determination blossomed on her face. "But I want to be powerful too," she declared, her small fists clenched defiantly. "I will take those bad guys down as soon as possible." Her words were a fierce flame that ignited hope within him, yet he felt the weight of the world pressing against her tender heart. Lien Mu knelt lower, bringing himself closer to her level, his eyes softening as he saw the fire within her. He leaned forward and pressed a tender kiss to her forehead, his heart aching with love and protectiveness. "My fairy," he whispered, "Father will do everything in his power to make you strong. I promise you will have the strength to protect yourself when the time comes." Tears glimmered in her eyes, not from sadness, but from the overwhelming love she felt. "I believe in you, Father," she said softly, her small hand reaching up to cup his cheek, a gesture so pure that it felt like a promise in itself. In that small moment, surrounded by love and determination, the burdens of the world felt lighter, as if the weight of his responsibilities had shifted, if only for a heartbeat. Lien Mu knew that with Lien Xiaoyer by his side, he would fight fiercely to safeguard their clan and her bright future. Together, they would face whatever Challenges lay ahead, their bond a beacon of light in the gathering storm. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe to stay tuned for upcoming chapters and videos. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so feel free to comment with any suggestions.